All right, here we are. Time for door number 9. Let's see what we have here. 9 is up here at the top. Let's see, I see the 9. Here's the top of the door. Oh, I see. It's a big, long, skinny door. Goes all the way across this way. Oh, we have a little it is a teeny tiny little edgeable. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. So today we got this edgeable butterfly. So let's measure this and see how big it is. So it is 4 inches. So what I was thinking is that might be a good size to do a slimline card. So I was thinking a Constantina card. So to do that, we would need a piece of paper that is 9 by 12 to start with. So what we're going to do is we're going to score it at 4 and 8. Yes. So we're going to score it 4 and we're going to score it 8. We'll fold. All right, so this is your basic slimline Constantina card. Now, once we cut this out, if it looks awkward because this is small, I may cut this down to 6 inches and make it a mini slimline. But we'll cut it first and see what it looks like. So the first thing we have to decide is what angle we're going to do this. We can do it straight across and then just pick 3 spots, or we can angle it. I'm going to give it a shot and try to angle it. But we want to make sure that we put it at the same angle all the way down the page, or else we are going to have a nightmare when it comes to cutting the mat in layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up to where the end of the die is right here in the fold where the butterfly is, and the bottom of the edge is over here. And I am going to draw a pencil line. So now I'm going to take my ruler, I'm going to follow that pencil line. I'm going to turn this way so I can see it a little bit better. I'm going to put this right on the pencil line. I'm just going to draw myself a line all the way across. So now I'm going to rest the top of the die Now I'm going to put the bottom of the die on here as I go all the way down, and that way I'll have the same angle as I continue down, and it should be easier to cut the mat in layers. So before I commit to this, I want to cut one out and make sure I understand what this looks like. And I'm thinking today I might use watercolors, so I am going to just cut this really quick. And I know we're going to need 4 of these, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mainly use 3. We'll see. We'll see what it looks like. So let's put some tape on here. All right. Let's pull this off. And let's see what this is going to look like. So that's pretty. So this will sit on the top here of each one, like that. Okay, so that's a decent size. All right, so let's take the die, make sure we're all clean. All right, so we will line this back up. We will put tape on this. Now this time I'm going to need to use the full size machine. I want to mention something about this. So on my particular machine, I have a Pro. And for a while there, my Pro was eating my plates. And so I stopped using my magnetic shim. So now when I cut, I use my clear plate metal. I cut into the metal shim. I use the plastic one, and that's it. So if you have a machine that is eating your plates, try taking the magnetic shim out and see if it still cuts without eating your plates, because this has been a lot better. I was getting cracked plates and all kinds of nonsense. Yeah, so give that a shot. All right, so let's see what we have here. All right. I'll snip all that off there at the end. So now I can put it in the middle one. And line that up. And run it through again. Yeah, so a slim line will barely fit if you put it this way. All right, number 2. And now number 3. And number 3. Oh, that did not cut. Put this back on here. So I slid it back into the edge that was there. I'm going to run it through again. Okay, so I ran it through again. So now it's separated here. And we'll take the little scissors and see what we have to snip. All right, so that just came off. I'll cut down to here. Or I forgot to clean it. All right, let's see what happens when you actually clean your die like you should. Well, I think that's salvageable. Okay, so now this will fold like this. All right, so now we're going to need, see, this will be fine because this is going to cover this here. This will glue on top of this. So that will be fine. All right, so now I'm going to grab the midi. Because we are going to need a few more copies of this die. All right, now we have 2. We need at least 3, maybe 4. And the reason I say that is, so when this is folded, you're going to see this side of the middle one. And when you unfold it, you see the back side. So I'm thinking I want to decorate both sides of the middle one. So that's what I'm saying, 4. And one more. All right, so we'll clean that later. All right, so let's bring in our 4 pieces. Okay, so that leaves us with this. All right, so this is what we have. So let's go ahead and color these in with some watercolors. All right, so I have some water. Let me move this out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. And we have our 4. So let's check something first. All right, so that would be the front, front, and front. But one of them, let's see. Has to be flipped. Yes, one of them has to be flipped. All right, so we have 3 going in this direction, and we have 1 going in the other direction. So first I'm going to spritz these with water a little bit. And let's see, let me see, I will do the 3 that are the same first. Now normally I would let them dry by themselves, but I'm going to use my heat gun to dry them faster. Make sure this is all dry. All right, so these are then going to fit up here. So I'm going to snip around the bottom. Okay, so there's one. All right. Need some glue. And now that I've done so many projects with this fine tip bottle from Karen Bernstein, I'm going to say I am very happy with it. I'm going to turn this upside down. I am really happy with it, and I'm going to say this one actually works the way it claims. I'll line this up. I'm not going to leave a shadow. You can if you want. There it goes. Now do the other side in the middle. So this one will go on here. And so see, now that we've covered all this up, you would never know that middle part got ripped. That's probably going to end up being the strongest part of the card. All right, the paper was still a little damp, but I think we're good. All right. All right, so say by drawing that line, now you have one constant flow of butterflies going down the card. All right, so let's take a step back because gluing on the centers got a little away from me. And we're going to start again, doing it a simpler way. So what we're going to do is we've changed our color scheme because that blue and that yellow did not look very good. So I'm going to go on green with this. I think that will look a lot better. All right, so to cut our matte layer, we're going to line this up here because we want this 1/4 of an inch smaller. We're going to put a line here, a line here, maybe a couple lines in the middle. So now we have our angle. All right, I'm going to bring my cutter out. Let's go in here. There we go. Okay, so there's the top. Here's the bottom. I'm going to cut this. Let me snip this little end. All right, so now this, move this over here, is the same size as this, but we need it 1/4 of an inch shorter. So we're going to take it over here. We're going to go to 1/4 of an inch, which is this line here. All right. So now we are going to cut this at 3 3/4 strips. But let me use the other cutter. All right, let me bring in my guillotine. All right, so we're going to put a flat edge on the bottom and go 3 3/4, 3 3/4, and cut. And that should fit on here. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to take the next one. We're going to go 3 3/4 again. And we're going to cut. Let's make sure this is correct. Okay, now this one, we're going to go 3 3/4. This will fit in here. So let's see. This will be here, and this will be here. Now we need a second one of this middle one. So the angle, let's see, still matches here. It's just the other side of the paper. So let's go 3 3/4. and down. And for the length, we'll just measure it against the other one and come down. Measure that.
Motion detected at the front door.
And down. So now we have our 4 panels. So now you'll do the same thing for the pattern paper. Put those over here. We'll take our card, line it up, draw lines, okay. Put that up here. Nope, let's put the top on it. So this will now match this. Now, the green we took down 1/4 inch. This we will take down 1/2 inch. I don't like cutting 1/2 inches on the guillotine. All right, so we'll take this to 1/2 inch. Lay this down. We will take 1/2 inch off the bottom. And now we will go 3 1/2 for each one. So we will go and do it on the other side. I'm going to have to stick my head in here. All right, so we'll go 3 1/2. We will go 3 1/2. And this is the short one. That's good. Then the middle one will be 3 1/2. All right, so let's bring in our 3 panels that we have for the front. So we have this one here. We have this one here. And this one here. We are going to need to cut a 4th panel for the middle one, but let's glue these on first. All right, so this will fold like this. So I want to put another panel here, but this one is going to be reversed. So this one is fine because it's the same on both sides, so it doesn't matter. But this paper, we're going to have to cut in the other direction. So first let's take this. We'll find our angle. Can't see that line. There we go. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. So this will need to be here. So we will cut this at 3.5. Oh, it slid. Hopefully this is the correct side. And I just need to cut 1/4 inch off the bottom. So we'll come down here. This is a 1/2, so this one's 1/4. And that should give us our reverse panel. I'm just going to erase this line. I can still see it a little bit. And we'll attach. Take our card. All right, so all that's left for us to do is to do our sentiment. And I have picked 2 sentiments that I had in my stash. One says, "Happy birthday to you." And the other one says, "Wishing you a wonderful birthday and may the year ahead bring you every happiness." These came out of the Verses book. So let me get those stamped. Let me grab my ink. Do this one first. Other one. I'll give you the measurements for all this in a moment. We'll put happy birthday on here. All good. This to the side. All right. So this one, the small one, I did the matte 3x2. And then I did this 1/8 of an inch smaller. So I'll have a tiny little border around that. And the big one for inside is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I did this 1/8 smaller than that, to give that a little border. So we'll glue these together. Actually, first, I want to go around and ink these a little bit around the edge. on the front. Maybe at an angle. Let's see. Same angle, straight. Oh, I think I kind of like it the opposite angle. I'm going to tilt this one the other direction a little bit. Or maybe I want this straight. You know what? I'm going to straighten this out. All right, so there you have it. Happy birthday to you. Wishing you a wonderful birthday, and may the year ahead bring you every happiness. So this will fit in a regular slimline envelope, being 4x9. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you'll give it a try, and think of other ways you can use these little butterflies that are 4 inches long. And until tomorrow, stay crafty.